the thing is false advertising, false whatevers. Okay, let me pop out chat as well. Okay, let me get the chat. Let me put back chat. Let me do the live chat and everything. Let me fix the docs and everything. Hello, YouTube. I am back. I am here. I am alive. There we go. Okay, we're good. I shall play Peak as I talk. Because, like, as I said, for me to talk, I need to do something with my little fingies. So we're gonna be playing Peak, and we're gonna be playing on the 10D foots. Am I gonna reach the peak? I don't think so. Cause like, yesterday we didn't reach the peak. The peak yesterday was too hard. It was too hard. I think last night, Cal, Sushi, T, and Jolts reached the peak. Okay, let me play real quick. Let me check. Let me double check. Okay, everything's good. Okay, there we go. I need to talk while I have something to do. So, you know. Oh, I also need to change the category thingy. But yeah, we're just gonna be chatting. We're just gonna be chilling. If you guys wanna just chill, relax, lurk, do your thing, it's totally fine. I just like to chat a lot as I do my thing. It's been a while since I've played Peak solo. I think the map today should be a little bit easier than the one yesterday, because the one yesterday was hell. Because it was the roots. I don't like the roots. The roots, that's what screwed me up. I used to play this game almost every single day. Solo. I would play every once in a while with others. That's when I would stream. But like, usually I would try to like play this alone, because I just find it like very relaxing to like be by yourself in the middle of nowhere and like trying to just, climb up. And you don't even have to think of directions or anything. You just have to go up, up, up. Yeah, roots is bad. It's horrible. Anyways, Carrie, we go bed. Oh, okay. Sleep well. Bye, bye. Bye, Sushi. Thank you so much for coming. Really, really appreciate you. You're amazing, fantastic, beautiful, wonderful. You 10-foot. I did read your description. I do join your streams. I just lurk. You're 10-foot, beautiful human being. Hell yeah. Sleep well, bye-bye. You're amazing. Thank you again for the raid. Really appreciate you. Really, really do. Really, really do. Peak just takes a while for you guys to load. And I could also play Raft. That's another thing. There's lots of things I can do. Lots of possibilities. Let me try to speed run this. So if I'm gonna speed run and try not to die, maybe we should do 10D foots. Yeah. I think we should do the 10D foots. But I don't know why Peak is taking a while to load. Usually Peak loads a lot faster than this. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. This is crazy. This is a little bit crazy. But yeah, while we're waiting for the game to load, I really don't mind if we don't reach the peak, honestly. I just need something to like talk and chill about. While we're waiting for the peak to do its thing, let's talk about another thing. Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, so as I was saying before, right? The race, right? The race was that was really crazy. It was really insane to feel like, how like lost I could easily be. Like they even put like, okay, so there are rings in the thing, and like the rings are supposed to be where you're supposed to go through as you go fly like a little butterfly. Green like blue with the colors in the sky. Okay. So like that's where you go through, and like they were like, okay, you go through this thing, you go through the green stuff, don't go to the red. If you go to the red, you're going to the wrong way. That's how it was doing, that's the thing. And I was like, okay, got you. That's what we do. We're not going to like bonkety bonk bonk, right? where we're not going to bunkety bunk bunk, where we're going to try to fly through these rings as gracefully as possible. And it's been a week since I've played Cobblemon. I am certain that I can absolutely kill it. I was like, oh wait, let me go over here for a bit. I was like, I can absolutely kill it, right? I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be fantastic. I'm so sure. I'm so sure that I can do everything well. Oh, Peak's having an error. It's fine. We can just chat here in the corner for a bit. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's sick. That's really really sick. Um, I was like, yeah, we can do the thing. Why not? I'm gonna laugh at myself. Everybody's gonna laugh at me. It's gonna be a fun thing, right? I can be the silly, funny, goofy thing. The little failure, right? That's like really funny, silly, goofy. Because I'm not, as you guys can tell, I'm not good at video games. Video games and my relationship is actually, let's just say it's a little complicated. I'm not gonna lie. So for those who don't know, I was never really someone who played a lot of video games, especially PC games growing up, because I had focused everything into my studies and, drawing, which is a huge hobby of mine. I absolutely love it. And, it's also a passion of mine. I really love, like, being able to draw. Drawing is something that I grew up with. Drawing is something that I've always been wanting to do. And like I've always wanted to like have like a comic out or something, or a manga out or something. It's just a huge passion of mine. And with video games, I do love video games a lot, but I was like, I don't have enough time to, to play video games because I'm focused on my studies. And in high school, okay, this actually started in high school. When I was doing my thing, right? When I was doing my little thing, when I was doing my little thingamajiggers, right, in high school. Well, in elementary, I got to play a lot of games, growing up. I was able to play on the PlayStation, the Game Boy Advance, the SP, the Xbox, the GameCube, and the Wii, because like we get to do a lot of things, right? So like it wasn't really something that I was really truly like not I guess informed about. It was something that I grew up with. But I didn't play on PC games. The only PC game that I played was probably Purple Palace or something. Is that Purple Palace or Purple Place? I forgot. Or like Minesweeper or Pinball. Pinball's a huge one. Wait, do we have pinball on the internet? Maybe we can play pinball as I talk. Let me see. I'll take care of like the. Let me try pinball. Oop. Do we have? Oh my god, there is there. Oh my god, there is pinball. Holy cow, there's actually pinball. I'm shocked. But yeah, I grew up playing those games, but like it's nothing really like something I get to play a lot. But growing up, I did get to play a lot. It was just not as like I don't know. It just wasn't it. I didn't have enough time being able to play it. Like I would play it during the summer, like my Game Boy Red, and my Ruby Sapphire game that I had with my brother. Right, we were playing it and like chilling, and like in elementary, I had enough time to play it because like it was parents were chill. I wasn't the best with my studies. But like I had the opportunity and you know, to have like a tutor be able to teach me stuff. So I did had to kind of focus on my studies as well. So I was like, okay, so when I go home, I have to like do some studying from school. I have to do some studying from the tutor because I was having a hard time growing up with studying. And then I had to also do other lessons too, which could be, I don't know if it would be swimming. I don't know if it would be the violin because I had violin classes, yeah. And like, uh, it was a really interesting time. Um, but during the time, and I would also draw because drawing was a huge, it's still a huge passion of mine growing up. And like, I was like, you know what? I can draw. I can do this. I can do that. But where do video games fit, right? Because you go home by 4:30 and like you need to sleep by 10 or 9. Sometimes my mom tells me to sleep by 9. And I'm like, where, like, I have 4 hours left before I sleep, right? And I'm like, okay, I have to do tutoring until 5:30 or 6, it depends. And then I'm like, okay, and then I have to eat dinner. And then I also have to draw. And then I'm like, okay, where does video game fit? It doesn't fit well because that's my time frame. So I would try to think of like, oh, maybe I have to like play. I don't know. I was like, maybe I have to like do it late or something. I don't know. But like I didn't get to play it as much as when hoping to be. But yeah, the SP was definitely something that I really loved playing on because again, Pokemon is my at the time, and also the PlayStation. I really loved playing Crash Bandicoot. I know it's a rage game, and like it's something that you have to have skill in, but like it's really really fun. I was super like addicted to that. I really loved it so much. But again, I have to focus on my studies and stuff. So when high school like reached around, it came around the corner like wham, full blam, you're in high school now. I had more lessons and I had clubs to do. And I was like, you get home by 5, you have to study, and then I'm like, okay, when can I play video games? And so I didn't have any opportunity to play the video games unless if it was summer vacation. But I was mostly drawing because again, drawing is a huge passion of mine. It's something that I love doing. It's something that I would do like 24/7. It's something that I grew up with. It's something that I always wanted to do. So when I was drawing, right, I was like, well, you know what? I want to play Pokemon, but I can't play Pokemon. I want to play Crash Bandicoot. I can't play Crash Bandicoot. It's a complicated relationship with me with video games growing up. Something that I really love doing, but I can't really do it because I don't have the time, or because I have to make sure that I have this score or this score, because I became even more focused on my studies when I was in high school. I was doing okay. Like in elementary, I was a mixed bag of like being able to concentrate well and not being able to concentrate well, and being able to do my studies well and not being able to do my studies well. But then in high school, because like I didn't have that many friends in high school, I was like, I'm a loner in class. Let me try to focus on my studies because that's the only thing that I can like focus on. You know what I mean? So I was relaxing, I guess, in a way that I could by just putting my heads into the book, right? Because that's the only thing that I could think of that would work, right? And so as I was like thinking and like studying, boom, blam, kablam, I'm already in high school. I'm already in high school. Well, I'm already in college. Yo, what's up? No time to play video games. No time to do anything. maybe during summer vacation, maybe I can do something. Maybe I can cook up some video games or something. But I was very focused also on drawing again. And like I would play on the video games on the SP every once in a while, and like my SP started having some troubles. It started having like troubles with saving, so, and also with the power. So I was like, oh no, I can play video games that well anymore. And then I was super busy with classes. I was super busy with everything. I was trying to juggle patients, and I was trying to juggle my studies. I was trying to juggle my drawing, and I was trying to juggle everything else. So I was like, oh great, when can I play video games? It's not, I don't have the time again. And so I went to, I was like, okay, let me go flash forward to the pandemic 2020. Everything's different. I still had a lot of classes, but they were online. Uh it was crazy. It was like, oh, what do I do? Lots of things. I'm getting stressed. Well, my friends call me and they're like, "Hey, do you have a laptop? Well, do you you draw, right?" They were like, you draw. This is Rin and Akami. The one who reached out to me was Rin, and Rin was like, "Hey, you know what? You draw, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're both people that I knew, and like I was like, "Yeah, I do draw." And then they were like, "Akami draws too," and I was like, "Yeah." So they were like, "Okay, all three of us, let's all draw." And I was like, "Okay." And then I think it was Rin and Kimmy that started asking, "Hey, do you know Sky Children of the Light?" And I was like, "Yeah, I had an account because I did have an account." Okay, my Steam isn't working, so we're not gonna be playing, I guess. Um, Unfortunately, but we can just continue with just chatting because that's how I guess we're gonna roll today. Um, it was like it was very, I guess, a very interesting time because we were like, you know what, I can't really like figure out what to do with certain things, and they were like, you know what, let's draw, let's relax, and they were like, Sky Children of the Light. I was like, yeah, and they were like, do you play it a lot? I said, no, I just played it once because I didn't know how to play it, and they were like, when did you play it? I was like, I don't know, sometime in 2019 or something. Because like, okay, back in I think 2017, there's this artist called Jamie Joe, and I follow them until now. I still follow them. They do like lots of incredible artworks. I love watching them paint. Uh so it was very interesting to see them have this one ad called Sky Trail of Delight, and I wasn't real. It didn't really pique my interest until like 2019 because I was like, why not? I need to relax from well, not streaming. I need to relax from my patients and everything because I feel like the world is like on fire. It was like one of the most difficult times, and I was like, okay, 2019, let's do it. Let me play it. So I tried it once, and like it wasn't really my thing because I didn't really know how to play it. And then like again, so they were like, "Oh, let's play Sky. Let's play Sky Children of the Light. Let's do it. Let's do the thing." And I was like, "Okay, girl." Let's do it. Let's play Sky. Why not? And so we played Sky, right? We went ahead and played Sky. And when we played Sky, the world became very different. This was my introduction to mobile gaming. And they were like, this is like it was a very fun like introductory game to me because I wasn't very technical, I guess is the term, with gaming. I rarely gamed. I don't have enough practice with gaming. I lack the skill. As one says, I don't have the skills of gaming. So I was like, you know what? This is pretty my style. I get to lie down, I get to chill, I get to chat with everybody. And so we played Sky Chill of Delight. And then it evolved to, hey, let's play this other mobile game and this other mobile game. And then it kept evolving and evolving. And then Akemi calls us and we're like, what's up? And they were like, do you have Minecraft? And we were like, yeah, I have. Like, well, we do, yeah. And I think it was one of the first times I started playing Minecraft. But this was on mobile, on the phone, and I was like, oh, this is so fun, silly, goofy, funny thing. The last time that I played Minecraft was when it actually came out. Like that was super back in the day. Because my little sister plays Minecraft. She loves Minecraft wholly. Like she is the star of Minecraft wholly in the family. Like she loves it so much. And like, oh my goodness, the mosquito, can you go away please? I'm trying to talk to the people here. Mosquito. Okay, let me add a little background music, by the way. I keep forgetting to add background music as we talk. So it was like my little sister is the one who plays Minecraft. She tried to get me into like Minecraft before, but I kept getting scared. So I only played it once during the time. But then like during the pandemic, they were like, hey, let's try Peak. I was like, okay. Well, not Peak. Let's try Minecraft. And I was like, okay. So I played Minecraft on mobile at the time. And it was a very refreshing game, very difficult for me to understand because these new controls were not controls that I grew up with. You know what I mean? I grew up with not, I don't know, AB, you know what I mean? I grew up with AB, but not this whole other thing with the whole like bar and everything. But yeah, for those who don't know, I'm actually like in and out in Minecraft. I would usually just stay at home. That's why when I play Minecraft nowadays, like, well, stay at home in the Minecraft world, and I just, you know, be peaceful, singing with the bees, relaxing, building the home and stuff. So that's why when I play it now, it's actually quite difficult for me to try playing on survival because it's just very different. I guess it's not because I don't like freaking fighting the zombies and everything. It's just not my style. But I also don't like it when it's way too peaceful. So yeah, that's why I don't play on creative. Anyways, I also don't like playing Minecraft alone most of the time. I like playing it with other people, like my sister and friends, if possible. So it's just very fascinating. It's just a very fascinating game. So that was like another introductory thing for me to go. Hello Raven, what's up? Hello. I'm just explaining my gaming history and why I'm awful at gaming. But yeah, again, like when I finally got into gaming, it was really during the pandemic because I was legit very focused, head in the books kind of gal. Because I needed to like pass. I was like, I need to pass. I need to do this. I need to pass and do whatever. You're not awful. Thank you. But yeah, I think I'm awful at games. But as I was like, in the situation, the pandemic and everything, and you know, mobile gaming, my friend asked me. Kimmy asked me, hey guys, we were like, yeah, do you have a laptop or a PC? And I was like, I think I have a PC. No, but I do have a laptop. And then Kimmy goes, so do you have Steam? Hello, Latte. Welcome. Hi, Latte. Hello, chat. Hi, chat. I guess I'm gonna whisper for the next 5 minutes. Thank you for the headband. as I was saying, it's nice to see you, Latte. It's nice to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for coming. As I was saying, right? So I just started like actually gaming, like PC gaming, laptop gaming, whatever, and during the pandemic because again, like my head is in the books growing up and stuff. Because I had to make sure that I had to pass, I had to do everything well, and if I didn't pass, I feel like that's just gonna ruin my future or something. Like it was I was very heavy into like studying, and like here's the thing, even if I did have a laptop, right, it it was usually being shared with my brother. My brother was usually the one who had the laptop, and he would be the ones who would usually be able to play the games, and I wouldn't be able to play the games because I would be more focused on studying, and or I'd be more focused on drawing, and like because I really like to draw, and like for those who don't know, the way I study is not true, digitally. I really like writing things down a lot because I just find that a lot better for me to. It's just a much better way for me to study compared to anything else. So I'm very like, not tech savvy, obviously. So as I was saying, Akemi actually introduced us to Steam and was like, "Hey, do you have Discord?" I was like, "No, what is that?" In the pandemic, I was like, "What's Steam? What's Discord? I have no idea what that is." And so my brother was trying to help me set it up on my laptop, and I was like, okay. Oh, I finally got like a laptop in college, because we needed a laptop in college. And me and my brother had separate laptops, and like I was like, yes. I was like, cool. I don't know what this is, but it seems pretty cool. So that was during 2021. Holy. But we actually got into like laptop gaming, PC gaming in 2022. So it's quite late. It's very late into the game, right? So they were like, Kimmy was like, "Do you have Phasmophobia? You guys need to download Phasmophobia." And I was like, "What's Phasmophobia?" And she was like, this cool game where everybody dies because of ghosts." And I don't know if it was new during the time or if it. Wait, let me double check. When was Phasmophobia released? It was released in 2020. Got you. So like we were like, hey, okay, we'll play Phasmophobia. Why not? Why not? And like, so we played some Phasmophobia, and I was like, I don't know what this WASD is. What is this? Why do I have to use the mouse? It was very new to me. That type of gaming was very new to me. I wasn't used to that kind of gaming. And so were the other girlies. And like we were like, oh well, this is a very whole new, very much different experience. But it was very fun. Kimmy though was very skilled. Kimmy though was very, very skilled. And also Rin was very good at learning quickly. I was though the slowest one to learn at everything. So I decided to be the one who would be the one. Yes, okay, it's been 5 minutes. Whew. I decided to be the one that would just, fool around and do whatever as I was playing the game. So in Phasmophobia, I would just be like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter if I die anyway. So I start yelling at the ghost and everything, right? So that's how I was. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be silly. It's gonna be silly, funny, goofy. And I was like, this was during the time when I was like, I was also craving for like doing something else than drawing content, because at the time I was still releasing drawing content. And yeah, that's when I was like, okay, we'll do. I'll be a streamer and stuff. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So like through streaming also I started discovering how to play games, because again, I don't have time to play games. I only get to play games when I stream. Usually, more than often not, I don't have the time to play games. Unfortunately, as much as I want to do. So like especially like if it's been a week or two, oh my god, and I haven't played the same game, oh my god, I'm gonna completely forget how to play that game. It's just a very interesting thing to happen. Yeah. So I'm learning all these new things, and I'm not quick in learning things when it comes to these tech savvy things. So like these games change and evolve, and like it gets more difficult to understand, in my opinion, because again, I'm not used to this type of thing. I was even wondering if I was gonna even be like a gamer. I was like, will I game on my streams? I was like, is that gonna be fun though? I guess I started gaming on streams as well to like find peace with gaming as well, and be like, even if you fail a lot, it can be silly, funny, goofy, but fun. You know what I mean? You can be silly, funny, goofy, but fun. So like when I was in the Couplemon server, right? It's really and I goof around and stuff, and I fail a lot. It does get really fun and stuff, and like maps, I still don't understand like mini maps and stuff. I'm still trying to learn about it. It's a difficult thing for me to learn. Okay, it's difficult. But again, it's fun, but at the same time, it's just a little bit, I don't know, sad, in a way. It's not like, okay, so like this kind of like thing. So when you can be silly, funny, goofy person who goofs off a lot is also like pretty bad at games and fails a lot at games. It also gives you the persona of no expectations. People won't have any more expectations for you except for you will fail at anything that you will do in video games. And I was like, that kind of feels a little bad. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, so if I do well in gaming, it's not to be of expectations. You know what I mean? I don't know if I make any sense, but I was like, oh, so I guess I don't know if I'm like well, because everybody else would be better than me. So like you now silly, funny, goofy person, and I'm like, well, I don't know. That's how I felt during the flying match during Sunday, because like everybody was laughing. I was laughing along too because I found it funny too. But like at the same time, as I take a step back at it, right? When you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, like with yesterday when I was playing Peak with everybody, with the girls, and the guy, and well, not the guys, with the girls and the gays. When we were playing, right, I realized that like if I would like when I would do good, right, I realized that it would be odd, and it wouldn't be like, it's not Karu. I mean, it doesn't, it's not, it's like people are so used to seeing me fail that it becomes strange when they see me do well in a certain game, and I'm like, oh no, is that not entertaining? So I'm like, oh no, is that not good? Because like the image that I've had so far with them is that, oh, she's this silly, funny, goofy girl who keeps failing at everything. Because and during Sunday she keeps falling off and killing her Pokemon by accident. But in Peak, it's like, oh, she's gotta keep falling, and like, but then I didn't do that. I kept surviving, And so like I don't know if it's no longer fun because I defied the 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 very low expectations, I guess. um which it does make me feel a little bad. um but at the same time it's fun, it's fun because like you don't have expectations. You can mess around, you can fail, you can die in the game, and like people won't get mad because they're like, oh, it's just Karu. But like it's like you can't take the game seriously at the same time, like at any time, at any given moment. Because like the moment that you start being serious about the game, like actually like trying real hard, it's like, oh, that's not what Karu does, you know what I mean? And I don't know like how, but like it's not, again, this is nothing deep. This is nothing deep at all. It's just me contemplating on like how I'm going to balance this, because like, it's fun to be silly, funny, goofy, but it's also like there are times when I want to be like actually trying, but I'm still failing. But like, will I ever win at a single game? You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, I don't know. It's just something that's very, 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 I guess, a very interesting dynamic with me right now, because I'm trying to find the balance between the silliness and the silly goofiness and like the seriousness of like gaming. Because like, of course, I don't want to be serious all the time, but also like, even though I do want to be silly, funny, goofy almost all the time, there are times when I'm like, oh, I actually want to try. You know what I mean? I actually want to try being serious at the game. But then because I've been like silly, funny, goofy all the time, it gets kind of strange, or it doesn't get that's what I worry about the most. It doesn't get entertaining enough when I don't like go with the silly, funny, goofy, which is why sometimes I choose to like not stream like when I play Peak Solo, because like when before the Roots update happened, I used to play Peak Solo all the time because I actually found like if I play Peak Solo and try to speedrun, because I would I would get addicted into speedrunning the game all the time, because I just found the game super relaxing. I know it's legit, like it's kind of brain rot, because you're just trying to climb, you're not really thinking much, but like it's super calming for me, because you're just like, oh, you're mindless, you're just climbing, all you need to look for is just a way to climb up and nothing else. And so as I climb up, I'm like, oh, very chill, very relaxing. Now I can understand that. Like with Peak yesterday, when I was worried, because like it's not like a worry where like it's kind of a meditation. Yeah, it is. Like I was like, okay, I can be silly, funny, goofy, but like I actually know how to play the game, because I've been until Ascent 5. I didn't go any higher because I hated the roots. Which is why I didn't go any higher than Ascent 5. But I completed the other, all the Ascent through solo runs, because I just find it very relaxing. But when the roots update came, I was like, oh no, that's not my thing. But yeah, it was, I just found it very, very, very relaxing. And when the girls and the gays said that we were let's play it, I was like, oh yeah, cool. It's fun. It's a fun game to like be goofy, but like it's also like a game that I'm quite at peace with. You know what I mean? So when they were like, okay, everybody be in teams and stuff, I was like, okay, cool and stuff. As you guys, for those who've seen it yesterday, listen, I had so much fun yesterday. Okay, nothing bad happened. This is just me fighting with me. Okay, this is just my internal struggle. Okay, it's none of them. It doesn't involve anything. It's just an internal struggle. Okay, this is just an internal struggle of like trying to balance my silly, funny, goofy side with my seriousness of the situation, right? Well, the seriousness of like trying to be serious with a video game. Yeah, because I mostly as most of the days I do video games, I just try to be silly, funny, goofy because I don't want to take the games too seriously. But Peak is actually one of those games I actually really like taking seriously because it's that's what Tio said. It's like a meditation. It's a meditation for me. So when we started playing it, I was like, oh, okay, I can be goofy, I can be silly, I can be funny. So I would take my time, I would wait for my partner, and we'd climb slowly and stuff. And I think they were expecting me to do more fails because I didn't do fails. I only died because of like the first time I died was because I was trying to carry another person. Even though they passed out, I was like, I don't care, and it's the roots. I was like, I don't care. We're gonna die together. You know what I mean? We're gonna be silly, funny, goofy together. And then the second one, I died because of the mod, one of the mods, where when you touch something, you know what I mean, you start bouncing off the walls like crazy. And so I was like, okay, that's not my thing either. That's not something that I like to do. So, but on the third death, I just jumped to death because I was like, oh, we're gonna play Phasmophobia anyway. But it turns out we weren't gonna play Phasmophobia. I was just having like some miscommunication. With the third one though, it seemed like because everybody died, right? Everybody chose to die, and I just wanted to see if I could reach to the end of the routes, and then if I reached the end of the routes, I would stop the run. You know what I mean? Because like I was like, you know what? Let me try a challenge out. You know what I mean? I was like, let me try it. Let me actually be serious about this because I was the only one that was alive left because another person chose to die because they were like, oh, the map's gonna reset anyway, but the map doesn't reset until it's 1 a.m. And so I was like, you know what, like it's 12 something, I still have some time probably to climb up. Yeah, so I was chilling, I was relaxing, and then like they were like, jump. Of course, for content, they were like, jump. And then I was like, oh no, but like I want to be silly, funny, goofy. Well, I want to be silly, funny, goofy, but I want to be serious at the same time. So like again, it's not anybody's like thing. It's just me like having an internal struggle with myself because I don't know how to balance like that silly, funny, goofy side with the seriousness of the situation. Because of course it would be more entertaining if I fell, right? But I was like, oh, but I also want to try the challenge of the game itself at the same time, you know? And I was like, oh gosh, what should I do? What should I choose? And then like I decided to try playing it seriously, but then I was like, oh, maybe I'm not entertaining enough. Maybe it's boring people out because I'm the only one alive. And I was really worried about everything and checking like, am I sure I'm okay with this? You know what I mean? Am I sure I'm okay with this? Am I or something? I don't know. I was really like struggling with like the self like thinking like, should I do this silly, funny, goofy, or should I actually try? You know what I mean? And like I know it's not that big of a deal for others because like it's just me just like thinking and like contemplating and like figuring out things. But like to me at the time, well, until now, I'm still trying to figure out should I be more of like the fail side, or if I should be more of the silly, funny, goofy, because like the silly, funny, goofy side is like really silly and fun, and like you don't have to take yourself seriously. So I don't know. It's just a balance that I'm trying to face through. Again, nobody is like it's all laughs and giggles. It's just me trying to find a balance between myself and trying to balance like the silliness, the goofiness of what I can do, and also the seriousness that I want to actually incorporate. You know what I mean? And I also really like how I really want to be, witty, quick-witted, as what other people say. Oh my goodness! Hello, Summers. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness! I can't believe you caught up. I saw you streaming yesterday. Were you streaming Limbus Company? Wait, let me see. I can't remember what you were streaming. I always lurk on your streams. I just don't say hi sometimes. Summers_Emmy. Shout out. Boom. Oh, you were just chatting? I played Terraria, I think. Ah, I see. Even I forgot. Yeah. I like, oh my god, like your stream with I was looking for the VOD of you as I mean it definitely wasn't you during April Fools, right? It definitely wasn't a different person. It was definitely you streaming. Yeah, I was supposed to be playing Peak, but then like for the last 1 hour, but like it ended up being just chatting for the whole way. Because like my Steam is like having an error right now, and I wonder if it's because I need to update like stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, so I've just been chatting. I've just been chatting this whole entire stream. But I was doing some origami earlier, but then I got tired. I got really tired. But yeah. Oh, let's see. So as I was saying, that's honestly like one of, again, well, my things. I'm trying to figure out the silly, funny, goofy, and like the seriousness of like with gaming and like streaming, because I worry that if I'm not silly, funny, goofy all the time, I might not be entertaining enough. You know what I mean? Or like I might not bounce off well. That's what I'm worried about the most. I worry that, especially during collaborations, I'm like, oh my god, will I bounce off well with other people? Because I know like the others are really good at talking and like bouncing off. Like Cal's a natural at talking. Cal's first and Delmo's amazing and chill and like really bounces off really well with anybody. And also Anaconic T. They both bounce off really well. You don't always gotta be peak energy all the time. Thank you. Yeah, I just worry, like, cause like with yesterday, like again, this is like nobody's fault. It's just me, like me versus me. This is a me versus me situation. I was just talking about like with yesterday, because like my character is usually silly, funny, goofy, right? On the peak, the third round of the peak game, in the roots map, and I don't like the roots. It was a very, very, very difficult map yesterday, and like it was super duper annoying, but we were still trying to climb it, and this was before like the whole like map change thing. I think it was 11:40 something, and like I was like, let me just see if I can reach the end of the roots, and then we can like reset anyways, because they wanted to reset the map, of course, and also I wanted to reset the map because it's just a trash map yesterday. Unless if you had like items like the rescue claw or the chain launcher, you had to have very specific items yesterday so that you could survive. It just wasn't it. And like I was the last survivor, and I was like, they were like, oh, Karu, jump. You know what I mean? Because like it's very silly, funny, goofy. But then I wanted to also be serious and like playing the game because I wanted to try out the challenge. So I was trying out the challenge. So like it's just me like trying to figure out like the balance between that. That I was just explaining like that's been my struggle for a bit, of trying to like look for like, do I choose the silly, funny, goofy way all the time, or do I like try to be serious at times because like my character is known for being like, oh, she does a lot of fails and that's funny, that's goofy. But I don't know. That's just that's just a little struggle that I have right now, like with being as an entertainer. You know what I mean? As a streamer, that's like my little struggle right now. Again, nobody's fault. This is me versus me. This is my mentality versus May. Before, as I before, like once in a while, I would always say like one of my struggles, and this is as a streamer, and this is just one of my struggles as a streamer right now. Trying to find the balance, you know what I mean? But hopefully, I can find the balance soon, as much as possible. And like, goodness gracious, one last topic before we end stream. We'll talk about my hypoglycemia. So like, you will. Thank you, Summer. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. We'll talk about my hypoglycemia because I was talking about like how I'd be hospitalized, right? how I was hospitalized last week multiple times, and I went to the ER twice, and then there were times where I faint, and I do still have times where I faint because sometimes I lack sugar in my system because of like a bad diet habits that I got from college. Because unfortunately, in the medical field, and I don't know with other fields, it's very common to have GERD and like acid, like hyperacidity and like hypoglycemia. Because like, if you're not deprived of health, you're not a good doctor or whatever, or nurse or whatever. Yeah, I was told that. Yeah, I know. Very hypocritical, like, because doctors always say, oh, you have to be healthy. But in the work environment, they're like, no, if you don't have that, you're not a good worker or something. And then when you struggle with the thing, they're gonna be like, oh, we all have it. We all have GERD, or we all have hyperacidity. And I'm like, ah, dang. So this is what I have to suffer with. No. I wish that health, people who work in the health force and stuff can also be healthy and find a balance, but it's not possible, unfortunately, because of the lack of like, medical like staff and like everything. And like, if you don't work, even if it's even if you're suffering with whatever condition you have, you're not a good doctor. Yeah, I was told that when I was at a certain work place before. And like, when I would have like my acid attacks, they wouldn't care because they're like, everybody has acid. Everybody has something. You know what I mean? They're like, you just have to make sure that you have the clearance from the doctor and stuff. But then sometimes like my eating habits would be so bad because like, oh, I have to be in the clinic, but then I have to make sure that I can't eat until it's 3 p.m. for breakfast and lunch, or 5 p.m. So like, it's really bad. We all have really bad. So now I have really bad stomach problems. So everybody, you must not be like me, please. God. They do say that medical practitioners are the worst patients. They are. They absolutely are, to themselves and to each other. It's crazy. It's just a crazy lifestyle. I wish that like there would be better things, like, you know what I mean? But like, nah, it's just not it. But yeah, that's it for today's stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I didn't play any games. We've just been chatting this entire time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully. Thank you again, Jay. Who else rated? It was Jay. It was Sushi. And it was Cronux. Thank you all so much for rating and everything. I really do appreciate all you guys. And raiders, thank you for staying around. And also people who aren't raiders, just my normal audience. Thank you all so much for sticking around and stuff. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully. Well, I'll be here. I usually stream every Tuesdays and Fridays. I try to have a schedule, but we'll see. No, it's always good a time being here, Kiwaru. Thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hopefully I'm not in the hospital again. Bye. Schedules are optional. Trust for real. Exactly. Bye, everybody. Rest well. I believe in everybody. I'm not gonna raid anyone because like it's way too late, man. If there was somebody I could raid, I'd be like, oh, maybe T, but like T's not even streaming, so I'm like, nah. It's too late. Ooh, we can't stream. Well, we can't stream and we can't raid. It's too late. Bye bye.